Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to Cocktails. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medinah, Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called Sweet Little Dee. I didn't mean to hurt you, baby. The ingredients you need is any type of strong-ass cognac. I'm going to go with Hennessy because Hennessy makes me act real crazy. Some ice, some ginger ale, and some orange juice. And you're basically going to take all those ingredients, put the ice in first, 4 shots of Hennessy, a dash of ginger ale, and then top it off with your orange juice. And that is a sweet little dee. I didn't mean to hurt you, baby.
Did you drink that and hurt somebody? 4 shots of Hennessy in one drink?
4 shots of Hennessy in one drink. The little short shots.
Girl. That's crazy. Welcome back to Cocktail Dirty Discussions, you guys. How was your week?
My week was good. My weekend was good. We're coming in from the weekend. I spent time with my nephew on Friday. I love spending time with my nephew. Like, the older he gets, even though sometimes, you know, when their little brains start growing in that 4-year-old age and they be thinking they know everything, bruh, sometimes I'll be ready to, you know, he don't get spankings. He's not growing up in a household where he gets beat, but I thump him every now and again.
What does he think he knows?
Everything. He'll be like, Dina, you don't know. You don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'll be like, excuse me? It's a lot of freedom going on here. But Friday I hung out with Zany. Saturday my friend also opened up a restaurant. It's called Sea Salt Midtown. If you guys haven't been, make sure you go. It's super cute. I didn't think I was going to like it. He was like, get dressed up and come. It's kind of like, I thought it was the way he described it, I thought it was going to be like Juicy Crab.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
It's like a bougie, like they have the crab boil, but it's not like you go in and put the bib on and you can like just let your gut hang. It's not like that. It's like you could be cute and get the boil, and it was a cute little environment. They have hookah. It was fun. I got drunk and I threw up. I cannot remember the last time I threw up from alcohol. And
at the restaurant?
No, I was okay at the restaurant. When I got home, it all just like smacked me instantly, and that's how I know
that's the worst.
That I don't need to be. Yeah, that's the worst. I was really out of there. I feel like a little old woman. I'm on the floor. My dog was looking at me like, "What? I haven't seen you like this in a long time." She looked concerned. And then Saturday, I went to my friend Chi Chi's pop-up shop. She has a workout line, Total Body 21. And it was fun. It was like a quick little workout. There was food. There was different vendors. It was a great networking opportunity. And then went on a little date with somebody. That was super dope. I met some fans. Shout out to them. And then I came home and worked on some stuff. And then Sunday I went to the Beltline, girl. I be sleeping on the Beltline. Like, you can hop on so many different. I just don't go a lot. And Sunday I woke up and I was like, you know what? I'm going to hit up my girl Crystal and see if she wants to go walk the Beltline with me. Took my dog. We met up at Pont City Market. And it was such a beautiful day on Sunday. People were riding bikes, skateboarding. We saw some little hotties to look at. We went to one of the little bars on the strip. We ended up walking like 3 miles just deep in conversation, catching up. And I had a pretty good, solid, healthy, positive weekend. How was your weekend? Because I seen you on Instagram with your booty out.
I had a really good week. So I've been out of Atlanta for like a week. I just got back last night. And it was nice to get away. I was honestly just sick of being here. Like, sometimes I just need like to leave and have a reset. So first I went to celebrate my niece's birthday and spend some time with my family. I can't travel with children. When you tell me that you're taking your nephew places, like on the plane and all of that, I don't know how, and a dog. No. And I was thinking, but I think that my cousin, he acts a lot different than my nieces do. My nieces are older. It's more overwhelming. They talk a lot. They have phones. They want to be on their phone the whole time. And I'm like, you need to look and pay attention. You're walking too slow. Like, keep up. They're snatching people's kids up. Do you know what human trafficking is? Stay close. Like, it's just a lot. But I did take them out to dinner, and we went to, what is it called? Sugarcane in Miami. So we went, and one of my nieces was really excited to try some octopus. I love octopus. I absolutely love it. I try to try it at every restaurant that has it on the menu. So one of my nieces was really excited about it. She ate more of it than me. And then I was like, you guys can get what you want. So that when they get older, they'll be used to shit. But then I was like, now hold on, little mama. She's going to tell the waitress, oh, let me get another octopus. Chill out. We still got more plates coming out because they have small plates there. If you guys have never been. So I still have more food that was on the way out, and she already trying to order and double up on stuff. I was like, now hold on, baby. You don't have no job. Relax. It's 4 of us here. So yeah, that was fun. And then I went to Houston. So my friend Candace threw a Beyonce themed birthday weekend, and she really did an amazing job. Happy birthday, Candace. Her birthday is actually Wednesday, but she did it early. She had so many little things planned out, and she really wanted to celebrate her business. She has a marketing company, and so she was really wanting to do things for that. So we did all these photo shoots all weekend. She sent us an itinerary complete with themed dress codes throughout the day. We did a little twerk class. There was a pool and a hot tub, and then what is it called? A grotto and stuff in the backyard. It was just so much fun. And then I had to extend my trip past the birthday festivities, because once I saw the itinerary, I was like, there is no way I'm gonna be able to see my family, and there's no way I'm gonna have any sex with this tight ass schedule, and I can't fuck up the birthday girl stuff. So I had to stay a little longer, and so now I'm back, but I'm about to go right back. So yeah, I had a great time. So the
birthday was in Miami? Where did I miss?
No, my niece's birthday, I went to Miami and celebrated her birthday, and then I left Miami, went to Texas for that birthday. And it was nice because I was like, I think I said something about it on the show. I didn't really know a lot of the girls. Like, I know her Atlanta friends, and then one friend, a mutual friend that we have that went to high school with us, but the rest of the people, I didn't know them. So there were like 15 people there. We had a good time. I think my favorite thing was, we did a photo shoot one morning. One day was like all these different photo shoots, but we did a photo shoot in the morning in lingerie, and then at night everybody had to dress up as a different Beyonce and perform. It was so much fun.
I know that was fun. What Beyonce were you?
It was fun. Yeah. So I was tired as fuck. So I had brought all these different outfits, right? And I said, I need the easiest outfit. I can't do none of this shit because I need an easy performance. I need to go to bed. I was green light. So I wore like a latex outfit, black, from the green light video. And that one, she had darker hair. She had a middle part, so I put my hair in a middle part, just straight, had on my latex outfit. I got all the Atlanta girls to be my backup dancers, and I just can't wait till she puts the stuff out so I can post it and share the final products. Y'all, I was jumping in the pool in lingerie, trying to get the shots. We were doing a lot. It was fun. Like, it's been a while since I've had a really good time like that, so that was nice. And yeah, now it's back to reality for a little while. There's some more stuff that happened, but I'll tell y'all about that in my cocktail.
Oh, you had sex with friends?
I'll tell y'all about that in my cocktail.
Smashed another homie before we.
You don't know that.
Before we move on to weird sex, you had said something about kids not having jobs. I just had to share this funny story, and I don't think I've shared it before. My brother and his girl and both of their children booked an ad campaign for Graco, and so they'll be on a lot of the advertising coming up soon. Am I saying it right? Graco, the baby stuff, like the strollers, the
probably. I don't know no baby shit.
It's baby stuff. And Zane, they all get their own separate checks. The little baby, the grown people, Zane. And so when Zane found out, like, he's getting his own check, Zane was like, he went to sleep early. We were telling him, Zane, you have got to behave on set. You can't be doing all this, like, not listening, falling out if you don't get what you want. So I had really been on him, like, okay, every time he had a fallout, I would be like, you wouldn't do this on set. Would you be like, I wouldn't do this on set, Dina, because you want your BMX bike, right? Because he was promised his BMX bike. So he was asking his daddy, he's like, Daddy, I really want to, are you going to give me my BMX bike? And my brother's like, no, you're going to work. You can buy your own BMX bike. You're going to have enough money to get your own. Zane woke up in the morning, girl, he said, bye, y'all, I got to go to work. He grabbed his wallet. He put it in his pocket, and he said, I'm going to work today, and it's a serious day. and I got to be focused because I'm getting that BMX bike. Girl, he got his BMX bike. I said, look at you. Look at
That
you.
is
I got to
funny.
go to work, Dina. Don't play with me.
Okay, train them up young. Because my girls are getting ready to be taken care of.
I really can't wait to see how all the kids turn out.
Yeah, me either. It's something. I can't believe they're so old. Gianna is 8.
Crazy. That is weird.
Giselle is in 5th grade
wow.
with a phone and a personality.
And
It's
her own
just
opinions.
I changed you guys' diapers. Anyway, okay. Weird sex.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. Man is absolutely not necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
So this week's weird sex, you guys. I don't know why y'all keep doing shit to get yourselves arrested. I mean, I get it. Sometimes, you know, depending on how much free time you have, you may have to like have sex in a car or something, and you could get arrested for that. But you have got to be more careful. So this guy, guess where he is? Florida.
Jail.
If you guess Florida, you're right. Well, yes, he is in jail, but he was in Tampa. So he was charged with exposure of sexual organs for the unappetizing display, according to the affidavit. The arresting officer at the time was responding to reports of a suspicious person. He ultimately found this man, Eric DeTiege, on private premises, lying flat on his back, no pants, no drawers on his bottom half, according to the document. DeTiege, according to the affidavit, said he had his penis in one hand and a large uneaten pickle in the other. He was using the pickle. He was using the pickle to penetrate his asshole while he was masturbating.
See, that booty hole feels so good when you get it. Fuck, that nigga was like, get me a pickle, put it in there.
That sounds disturbing and disgusting. So yeah, he got arrested. Y'all can't be doing that shit. And then who the fuck's house were you at? Why are you on private property? Go to your own damn house and put a pickle up your booty.
I also want to know if the police officers were like, does anyone have gloves? Like, whose job was it to put their hands
They
on?
probably
Like,
had gloves.
ugh,
Drop the
sir.
pickle.
Drop the
Right
pickle.
now. Pull up your
Put this
pants.
hand
You going to
sanitizer
jail.
on. Like,
And he gonna stink
sir.
too, because he got pickle juice all on him.
And dookie booty.
Disgusting. Anyway, thanks so much to the listener who sent that in. Oh yeah, and shout out to, I met a listener on Sunday. I went to a comedy show, and she her name is Kaylin. She was super sweet, and I really liked how they had it set up because it was super spacious. I had never been to that place before, and I went with some other friends, and so I met her. It's been a long time since I've been anywhere and like met somebody who listened to the show. It was cool. So shout out to you. It was nice meeting you, girl.
I always think it's really cool meeting listeners, and I always say, like, come say hi. When I was on my date, I saw somebody, and I saw her looking, and I didn't really know I didn't know if, like, I was like, please don't let this nigga be married, and that's his wife. But it wasn't. When they were leaving, she was like, oh my gosh, I watched your show. I was like, dang, I wish you would have came and asked for a picture so I'd look cool. Y'all.
Oh my gosh.
This week, we're not playing a game. It's just me and Kiki. You know, a past guest of ours who was on the show, episode 187. If you guys want to go listen to it, watch it. Derek Jackson, the relationship guru, the fix your crown, the let's heal together. You know, another guest of ours, Isaac Hayes III, he absolutely has always from the jump hated this man and has awaited his downfall. And it's finally come. The nigga was cheating, and he got caught.
See, this is my thing about Derek Jackson. Before he came on the show, Medinah reached out to him. She really wanted to have him on the show. I said, I don't know about this. I really don't like him. I'm not a fan of his. To me, he's a male pick-me. I think he preys on women who have low self-esteem and just feed them stuff that sounds good. You want to hear it, but I don't know. So when he came on the show, I found him to be charming. But And so I was like, he may not be so bad, because I expected him to be more of like a holier than thou person, like how he is on Instagram. So he had a few moments where he was that way, but then he also had other moments where he was like, well, I've made mistakes and stuff. But little did we know, but definitely what I suspected, he was still making them. And that's like, I've heard this stuff about him before, so it was not surprising. It's just crazy to me how many people continue to do shit like this. Like, you continue to live your life.
And you're gonna get caught. Like,
and whether you get caught or not, like, how do you do that and just be okay with yourself? Like, where are your true morals and values? Like, you preach all of this stuff and you say that this is how you're living. This is how people should live. You keep telling people to break up with their significant others and move on. You deserve better. But then you over here squeezing your wife's hand like she can't go nowhere. And I really just wanted to be like, sis, blink twice so we know to come save you. But she's stuck in a second place.
To watch both of the videos. I was like, dang, it was just like, dang, bro, I just hate seeing people embarrassed. Like, it was rough to watch. The girl sitting there, I was like, why aren't you saying anything? And then even when she did say something, it didn't seem like she really knew what to say. As I wouldn't either. First of all, I'm not going to sit there in the video with you. We already look foolish.
I'm not doing it. You do all the other videos in the car. Go sit in the fucking car where you need to be sleeping too. Boy, fuck you. And then too, another thing that I thought about, because I went back and looked at some clips, and I had got upset all over again with him, because I also felt like when he did our show, I came in truly with an open mind. We had a conversation beforehand. I said, no, I'm going to come in and be open. And I felt like I don't know what conversation maybe y'all had before or what he thought beforehand, but it was like he was just ready. He was defensive, and I didn't understand. It seems like he would be like that though with any interview that he's in, because most people really didn't fuck with him. Like, if you weren't one of the women that was one of his fans, or you agree with, you're hanging on to his every word, which I also don't agree with. Like, yeah, he was out here lying, but I also don't understand why people put certain public figures on a pedestal. Preachers, celebrities, relationship because when
gurus,
somebody,
these are still human beings. Like, they
are, but when you say that you do one thing and you're doing another, that's why people have an issue with it. And because
I understand why where the issue comes from. What I'm saying is, I'm letting people know you don't need to hang on to everybody's word. I don't care how many books they wrote, how much of a professional they are in whatever the topic might be. I'm still a human. You still a human. That human is gonna fuck up, and they are lying about something. That's all I'm saying. I understand why people would be upset.
I think that
he
people
has made a whole career off of this. Do you remember after we had him on the show, and that girl, I think I sent it to you, or I don't know if you saw it in the DMs, and the girl has said, she said he was cheating. She said he was cheating with her. Do you remember that? And she sent text messages, but it wasn't really like we were trying to tear anybody down. It wasn't enough to be like, oh, we're exposing someone, which I'm also not gonna do. But directly after we released that episode, a bitch was in the DMs like, I'm fucking with him.
Yeah, and I mean, there's lots of people online who have constantly been saying that. If you just search, it's there. You don't have to search that hard. You can look in the comments and stuff before shit gets deleted. And I think that people who say these things, you're coming on the show. You should have watched the show so that you know what you're walking into. So back to what I was saying about being overly defensive, it's like you're coming into something being overly defensive, and to me that's a red flag that you're really not walking the walk that you're saying right now. You need to work on yourself, and you preach all this self-love. You need to figure out for real what's going on with you, and why you're treating other people like this, and why you continue to embarrass your wife. Don't pull her up on there. I don't understand why she agreed to do that stuff. But then I was looking at her Instagram, and I'm just like, people are fucking crazy. I don't like them, and I feel like I was right from the get-go. It's full of shit.
I feel like it also annoys me when people pull God into it. When people start pulling God into it, oh, you are at a rock bottom. I just know God is up there like, keep my name out your mouth, bruh. Keep my name out your mouth, bro.
She reminds me of the girl Paige from Married at First Sight, the current season. And like when people say things like, oh, you know, God wants me to do this, he wouldn't put any more on me than I can bear, and stuff like that. And I'm always like, well, you know, God sends you signs to get the fuck on. For real. And maybe that's what this is. I don't know why people think everything you're supposed to say. I don't believe in that. Like, it's horrible. And I feel sorry for her, but if that's where she wants to be, oh well.
I wonder
but I hope he stops doing this. Huh?
I said, I wonder how this is going to play out. Another thing that
I think it'll go back
stood
to
out
normal.
to me was his PSA to the public. I felt like that was the worst decision he could have made. I always say people need to take the Beyonce approach because it made him look worse. You already got caught cheating, and everyone is now, when black people get a hold of some shit and we can make a meme, the memes are going crazy. You're already, everyone on the internet is going in on you. That addressment to the address to the internet was, where is the publicist? Do people not believe in this?
Himself? I don't think he has a publicist.
The one where he was by himself and with the wife, but really the one
I don't think he has
himself.
a publicist, because remember when he did the show, he was laying in the grass on his phone. He went inside and laid in the bed and did the whole damn show from his bed. I don't think he got a team because he said he didn't have no laptop.
Oh, that is true.
Remember?
We were specifically were like, please don't be on your phone.
And there he was on the phone, and we were just like,
oh man, like when ooh, that was just...
I think most self-proclaimed relationship gurus are full of shit a lot of times. I think that they are preying on people, and that's why I'm always like, you got to take people's advice with a grain of salt, especially people who think that they are experts. Like, you may be experienced in some things, but to truly be an expert in relationships and how to have one, people are just so different. There's so many things to that. See a therapist, a family and relationship counselor, therapist, somebody who has had some true training outside of life. Exactly. To help you with the skills to do things instead of just telling you this is how it should be. My personal take on it. But I'm also no expert. And that's like, sometimes when people hit us up and they're like, oh, they're sexperts. No, the fuck we're not.
No, we are not. Because
I don't want nobody to think I think that I'm an expert at anything, okay? Other than how to fry some good catfish. But outside of that,
I'm not an expert at all. We say
I'm
that
still figuring
it
out.
So if anybody ever, springs up writing a letter, posting me not knowing how to ride dick, hey, look, maybe it was a bad day. I'm going to say it might be true. What? I might not be the greatest at sex. I might be. Who knows? But I am not an expert or a sexpert. Man, that was cringing to just watch all.
I'm tired of seeing it. And it's like all over the internet. It's the people are doing little recreation.
What do you do in a moment like this when millions of people really know your business? You have addressed all of us as if you know us
This
personally.
isn't the first time it happened.
But I think to this extent, this is like,
no,
now
I think because it's
Instagram
and he's just bigger, but he's had stuff like this come out. He gets his wife, they make these statements, things die down, and they just start over, and he talks about how he's just doing better and he's not living the way that he used to live. It's like a cycle. So I think that that's what's going to happen. He's going to say, he prayed about it. They prayed together. He has confessed his sins. He has told his wife everything.
Like verbatim.
And, he's working to be better, and he's going to find a way to work this into his little deck of cards and more of his car videos.
I wonder if this has affected his business, though, or will it? Or you think he has a strong enough fan base that the people that love him will still fuck with him? Like,
I think he has a strong enough fan base.
Really?
Honestly, I really do, because I think that a lot of the people who are talking about them, they were never like big fans of him. I think a few people feel frauded, but I think a lot of people already felt this way about him. And because his wife is sticking by him, there's still so many people out here who feel how she feels and feel like, this is okay. He prayed about it. We're just going to pray it away. It won't happen again. And I also felt like she was taking a lot of the blame, and I didn't like it. It was sad to watch.
I hope that lady wakes up, and people should think
she looks dead in the eyes. Like, she's just checked out.
It's a slippery slope when you decide to base how a relationship should go off of like your personal relationship. That is always a slippery slope, because like I said, people are people, and dang, I hope y'all figure it out.
I hope she moves the fuck on, but that's just me. Before we get
Kiki,
into the day,
I thought you had braids, but I see that your hair is wet.
Yeah.
What you
so
got
I
on?
have deep conditioner. I didn't want to get on here with like a whole bonnet or a shower cap like his wife did. So I just put on my cute little scarf. My hair is still wet. I actually have in the Talia Wajid deep conditioner. I'm just going to leave it in all night. Once we get off of here, I'm just going to braid it back up into one braid and just probably leave it in overnight. But y'all, their apple and aloe products really do smell so good. Like, I keep smelling my hair as I turn a little bit, and it smells so good. Their products are great. They have shampoo, conditioner, curly jellies, puddings, all that good stuff. I want you guys to try it. You can get it. It's available at Walmart. It's available at Sally Beauty Supply. And also, if you just go to naturalhair.org and type in our code, you'll get 30% off. The code is CTTW. So that's naturalhair.org, CTTW. I'll put it in the description box, and you'll get 30% off whatever you get. So
30%? We get 30%?
30%. So go ahead and get it, because the products, you know, as you start buying products, that should add up, especially natural hair care stuff, because you want to have good products. So get that 30% off, order it online, have it shipped to your door. Don't worry about going to the store and making sure that they have it in stock or none of that. You can just go straight to the website and then let us know how you like the products. Okay. Yeah. So naturalhair.org, CTTW.
Tomorrow is wash day
this
for me.
week,
I will be using it.
This week, we are going to be talking about threesome etiquette. So, when's the last time you had a threesome, Medina?
It's been a minute. Like, you know, and I like threesomes, but lately I haven't really had the opportunity. I would like to have a threesome with my current sex partner, but we haven't made that happen yet. But I think the last time that I had a threesome was when... maybe like 3 years ago. Maybe 3 years ago. And I am not in touch with anyone from that threesome. Oh, R.I.P. threesomes. When's the last time you had a threesome?
Sometime
I'm
last
lying,
year.
bro. It was not 3 years ago. I used to date that married couple. They were such a horror that I have like put them in the back of my mind and forgot them. The last time I had a threesome was last year. Sorry, it was a whole throuple.
Yeah, last year. I don't remember when. Maybe the last one was like May or June. It's been quite some time for me, because it's April. Damn near. Why are you looking like that?
Okay, May or June. I was about to say. I'm sitting here thinking about you. I'm thinking about you. Like, wait, Kiki. I'm sure you were.
You're thinking about the what?
I was thinking. I got the months mixed up. I was like. I was just trying to calculate in my mind when you had a threesome. Well, the knowing one.
Yeah, that was almost a year ago. So when you had your first threesome, what made you want to do it?
I wanted to have sex with a woman for as long as I could remember. Sometimes when we get these letters from women who are like, how do I do it? I remember when I was that young little tot for so long, and I didn't know, how do I holler at a woman? How do I get her in my sheets? How do I get her face in between my legs? You know what I mean? And an opportunity presented itself to have my first threesome, which I have talked about on the show, with the stripper and her boyfriend. And it was everything that I wanted it to be. Like, it wasn't uncomfortable. You know, some things happened, but I didn't know were going to happen, but I was comfortable. They made me comfortable. We had a night out on the town before it happened. It wasn't like I got over there and it was just like, take your clothes off, we're fucking you. Like, we had a really great night leading up to the threesome. I loved it. What made you want to have a threesome?
I just felt like it was this thing that was kind of taboo for some people. They're constantly talking about it, like, you know, in the magazines, articles. People make it seem like it's this thing that is so hard to get. And I was just like, what is so special about a fucking threesome? But then I thought about it and I said, it probably would feel good to have two people having sex with me. Let me try it out. So I went and found some people to have a threesome with. I found a couple. I was very single at the time. I wasn't like dating anybody or anything. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to try it. So I knew this girl. She had a boyfriend. They were already doing shit like that. So they, you know, invited me in. And
were you nervous? The first threesome? Me too.
I was nervous because I was like, you know, I'd never done anything with a woman. I hadn't kissed a woman. I hadn't had sex with a woman at all. Whether it be threesome or not. So I was nervous about that. I wasn't really sure what to do. And then it was like, okay, well, I'm here. Mama ain't raised no pussy. She might raise a hoe, but not no pussy. So I had to figure out like, I don't know what to do, but I talked to the girl so much leading up to it. I didn't talk to her boyfriend, but I was talking to her, and I told her, I was like, I've never done this before. I'm very nervous, blah, 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 blah. So she was like, well, it'll be okay. Like, if it makes you feel more comfortable, he doesn't have to be there. It can just be me and you. Like, he lives there, so he'll be there, but I'll tell him, like, don't come in the room or whatever when we go back to my house. I'm like, okay. Well, let's just see how it goes. So, yeah, I was definitely nervous. I was very sweaty.
It's so crazy how you just manage to, even if you're nervous, threesome life is for you when you're nervous, but you just get in where you fit in. I want to try it. Yeah, you get in where there are some people who you start to do threesome and you realize it's really not for you, and you don't, you can't go into threesome talking about, I ain't no pussy, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. What you here for, baby girl or baby boy? It's time to go. But I was nervous, but everything just started to flow. It was like, those little toggles in the machines. He started, she started, and I just fell into place, and we were all on cue and on rhythm. And it was so sexy. And he had like porn playing on this big screen behind us. I remember this image like vividly. She was laying on the bed. No. I was laying on the bed. She's eating my pussy. I'm looking at the porn and he's fucking her and like holding my legs open, like balancing on my knees and like holding him up. It was so sexy. The nigga wasn't. He was ugly. But the threesome was so great that it didn't even matter.
It really doesn't. Like, because it's like, it's not your man. Is the dick hitting? What his body look like? I don't be worried because it's like, I mean, I'm never gonna date you.
He was one of the niggas that you don't show on your trip that flew you out, and you just taking all the pictures by yourself. Everybody's like, who you with?
I know about that. I think.
Was your? Oh, go ahead.
No, you can go.
Was your first threesome everything you wanted?
It was. It actually turned out really great. That wasn't the only time, and we're still in touch today. I was just texting her earlier. We're friends. She actually came on the show before. One of my friends.
I remember.
Yeah, I remember. So she had been on the show.
The girl that I had my first threesome with, she is a stripper. We were in touch through the strip club, like me going with other people. And she recently started resurfacing back in my life, but she's toxic. So we can't, as much as I would love to be her friends and like bring her to have a threesome with me and someone else, the bitch is toxic. Let me tell you what she did, Kiki. This literally happened 2 weeks ago. She calls me, it was her birthday. And we haven't really spoke a lot. We did go to dinner a couple weeks ago. It was cool. She calls me, she's like, hey, I know you always have talked about you have this fantasy of being a stripper. Me and my nigga want to pay you to come strip for us. I said, excuse me? Mm-hmm. No!
Why?
Absolutely not. Because it's just a situation.
It's at home, right?
It's going to be at a home, but I don't know the dude. I just wasn't comfortable. I told Mandy about it. Mandy was like, I'm surprised you're not going to go do this for content. I just be so concerned about.
Not even for content. I thought you would just do it because you already fucked her. This is a paid opportunity.
Opportunity.
I mean, she said she's going to pay you. That's the fun part about being a stripper.
Like, we're going to pay you just like a stripper. We're going to throw the money. I was like, I'm not picking that money up. Y'all
this is your fantasy. How do you let your fantasy come?
I let it. But I couldn't do it. She's like, I'm going to give you the night to think it over and then let me know. I couldn't do it. I was like, I don't know him. I can't even dance. Or y'all going to put y'all's phones away? Is there going to be security?
You should have did the dance routine we just learned.
That was before, though. I didn't. Now that, maybe
ask her if the offer's still on the table.
Y'all still looking for a stripper? I got a name
because
and
I
an
changed my
outfit.
mind. I was just nervous. It was a bad week. I was nervous.
Oh,
I got some stripper fits.
Yeah, so we kind of still be talking.
Okay.
Have you had any bad experiences with threesomes?
Yes. So I think last week I told y'all about the bad experience. And then after that, I don't really think I had any. Besides that guy, I can't remember a bad experience. I think they've all been pretty good. Now, afterwards, things might have got a little strange. But the actual sex part, no. Thank God, because I don't want that ever again, like to be in some super uncomfortable position while I'm trying to have sex. Like, it's very disappointing when you think you're about to have some great, wild, nasty, disgusting sex and you don't.
Oh my gosh, it feels like when you're playing with your pussy and you just can't come. You got the toy on there and you're almost there. You can feel it right there, and then it just doesn't happen.
It just goes away.
slamming the toy down.
Have you had any bad experiences besides that girl trying to fight that one time?
Oh yeah, that was bad. And we didn't even get to, that was horrible. But no, the last threesome throuple thing that I had going on, that was a horrible experience. As you can see, I had put them so far in the back of my mind because they themselves were toxic. We had threesomes, but we also were like, dating each other. It wasn't just a sex thing. We would all hang out together.
Like all three of y'all, or
sometimes
you and the wife, you and the husband.
It would be separate, me and the husband, me and the wife separately, and then sometimes all three of us. And I would hate when they would bring their kids. But anyways, it got bad because and I didn't realize this at first. At first, they were blinding me with the fun and the trips and all the stuff. But then we got to really know each other, like in a real relationship, and people's true colors start to come out. They were toxic in their own relationship to the point where I started feeling like a therapist. Like she would vent to me about him, and then I wouldn't want to fuck the nigga. Like I'll be like, I'm mad about what she mad about, and it ain't even I'm not supposed to be here. This was supposed to be fun. When I ended it with them, I ended up telling them that one day we're all in the bed and they start arguing while we about to fuck, and I was just sitting there like, what are we this was supposed to be fun for me. I feel like y'all's therapist, and it should never feel that way. Like, we're not sister wives. I don't have no ring, and I don't have the house that you have. I am here for pure fun and sex. Yeah. And he did not have a big dick, so I was not getting dick down. Like, bro, it was horrible. She would start to get jealous. She didn't know he liked black girls. Her booty was fake. Mine was real, and she would comment on it. It was just too much jealousy going on. I was like, I can't do this.
I remembered another bad threesome experience that I had when you said sister wives. So I'm pretty sure I've told this story, but y'all know I'm old and sometimes I forget stuff because I be drinking. But anyway, so this was a few years ago. This guy I was dating. I guess he didn't really have like a clear breakup with the girl he was dating beforehand. Jesus. So, I mean, I saw what she was doing. Would I have done something similar? Yes. So I got it. But oh well, bitch, it's my time now. So you have met your match today, because who's not going to step down from a battle to the finish is me. So she ends up a bunch of people came to his house after going to a club one night, and she like tagged along with another friend. So we're all looking like, why are you here? So she ended up like going in his room and crying and being like, why was I there? And all this other stuff. So I come in the room and
was everybody drunk?
I don't remember. I think she was a little drunk. I don't think everybody was super drunk because it had been so many hours since we drank, and it's like late at night at this point. And somehow the argument turns into a threesome. How? I know it doesn't make sense, but I guess both of us felt like we weren't leaving. So this is just what's gonna happen, huh?
Might as well make do with the situation.
Right. I mean, this is the situation. So I'm not leaving. So you can either eat my pussy or sit in the corner or whatever, because I'm fucking him. And if you're not going to leave the room, like, again, why are you here? So we ended up having a threesome. It wasn't a good experience. When it was over, I mean, the sex was okay, but when it was over, she still didn't want to leave. Now, usually I'm all for slumber parties, spend the night, and we have sex in the morning. But this particular time, it was time for her to go. So I had to tell her to leave. And she left, and she looked like I said, it's time for you to go.
Oh. I have never been told to leave. I don't even know how I would feel.
I'm sure she was upset. And I shouldn't have done that. We both should have took our asses on, because why the fuck did he let this shit happen? But, whatever. But she was, like, trying to figure out how to fit in the bed to, like, go to sleep. Mm-hmm. And I'm not about to make room for you. I'm spread out on my half. I'm like laying on him, got my legs all spread out, so there's really no room for her. And she wanted me to move, and I was like, it's time for you to leave. Like, I'm about to go to bed.
Oh,
bless her heart.
I don't think anyone would ever have to tell me when to leave, because
she already didn't want to go.
Room. I know when I'm not wanted, and I know when to just exit myself. When shit gets awkward, I'm like, all right, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and y'all start having family feuds. I gotta go. Can I get a to-go plate? Okay, so talking about telling people when to leave and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. how to invite. How do you invite someone into a threesome? I honestly, I can tell how I have been invited.
Okay. Let's start with that.
Okay, so the ways that I have been invited into threesomes is, hey, you know, like, what are you doing tonight? By the guy. And I'm like, I know you have a girl. In my mind, I'm like, I know you got a girlfriend. Does she know you're asking me? And then I'm talking about a specific situation. I brought it up to his wife, like, oh, y'all are going to such and such tonight. She was like, yeah. Did my husband ask you if you want to come? And I was like, yeah. And I could already tell, okay, y'all are swinging. I didn't know it first. And we went out. And literally, I like when we get to the point. We already know each other's down. We could tell by the vibe. We went out, had some drinks, and we were having dinner, and both of their hands were on my knees. And to me, that was like my invitation, the body language. It was like, oh, okay, I see what we're doing now. Like when we get back, we didn't fuck that night, but we did all like kiss and have like a slight introduction into what it could be.
Why didn't y'all have sex?
I think I was on my period.
Oh, dang.
I was on my period, and the guy, he said that he didn't care, but I was like, well, your bitch does. Like, I'm sure she doesn't want blood on her sheets or in her mouth. Like, so, yeah. And then the funny thing was when we started having sex together, she didn't like anal, but he did. And so he would like fuck me in my ass, and it was great. She would be like, I'm so glad you're here now because I don't have to do that. You know,
sometimes it's easier if you can just get somebody else into the equation that can do the shit that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
It really is.
You don't like sucking dick, but you find a bitch that loves gawking on it, and you're like, oh, yeah, this is good.
Perfect. I don't have to be down there. He can eat my pussy, and she can suck his dick. Bingo. Sounds like a match.
Yes.
I'm trying
so
to
I like
think.
subtle invites, subtle invitations.
That's a good
body
way.
Language.
The body language. I can't think of a time besides that particular couple where the girl, or either of them tried to invite me. Because I found them. So we already knew what time it was. We could skip the awkward conversation. So she invited me over. And out on some dates and stuff too. So that was nice. And then the other times it was usually me with a guy who I was seeing. And so I've done it where I invited a girl, but I prefer for him to have the girl. I don't really want it to be one of my homegirls. I don't want it to be somebody I know. I don't want to have that conversation.
When you invite
and I'd rather
the girl,
be surprised.
What do you say? Because like I said, the guy that I'm having sex with right now, I really want to have a threesome with him, and I want to do the work to get it done.
Well, honestly, the only thing I've ever done that worked was I just said, well, hey, girl, I'm about to go to such and such's house. If it's my friend, you already know who this man is to me or the situation. You know, if it's a fuck buddy, you know, if it's just a friend, like, you know. So I say, I'm going over there. I'm staying the night. I'm definitely fucking him. If you'd like to come, you're more than welcome. And so if they come, then that's what it is. So one particular time when this happened, me and a friend went over to this guy's house. We ended up having a threesome, but how did it start? We were all just hanging out. Oh, we did some other stuff. Then he went and turned on the shower. So we were going to take showers. So he had got her like some towels and stuff to go in another bathroom and take a shower. And then me and him were going to get in this other shower in his room. So then she came creeping in like, hey, can I get in the shower with y'all? Key, do you mind? And I was like, I don't mind. Come in.
That nigga was probably
and he was like, that's
this is
your
a
real
dream
friend. She asked you for
come true.
consent. I said, yeah. I mean, why not? She already knew I would be okay with it, but that is what you should do. Like, if you find yourself in a situation like that, maybe, and you're not sure if the people want to have sex with you or whatever, if you're like that third person, just ask, like, is it okay if I come in or whatever? Because everybody had been drinking a lot and a little flirtatious. And then at some point earlier, we had all been naked. So it was probably bound to happen.
Y'all had a night.
It was a good night.
Oh, man. That is on my list of short-term goals for the month of April. To have a threesome that I put together.
Do it. I want another threesome, but I want the man to put it together. So one of my fuck buddies, he'll say something like, because he doesn't live here, he'll ask me like, so who are we fucking? Do you want me to pick or do you want to pick? And so I'll be like, send me some options. Because he's a little whore. So he'd be having options to send me options and I'll pick. And that's what happens.
I need to meet
and that's another good
whores.
way to
That's
do
when
it.
I need to meet some man whores.
You do, because they be having all these women anyway. And sometimes the girls, they just have a plethora of women and they know who's down and who's not. And so they can do all of that. You don't have to worry about it, because sometimes people be trying to be your actual friend, not your fuck buddy friend, you know, like when you meet other girls. And I don't think you should fuck your friends. I think that's not a good idea. I've done it before and I'm still friends with everyone, but I don't recommend it.
That's a good recommendation. How do you think the time should be split amongst everybody? We have these 3 people in the room. We're all fucking, you know, should everybody be doing something at all times? My answer is yes. Unless you want to watch.
I think most times you should. You need to show everybody attention. Don't just pick one person and show them all of the attention. That'll leave the other person feeling awkward. If you get tired, you can say something to the effect of, I just want to watch y'all, and then go sit down, and you can tap out and go back in later. When you see one of the other people getting tired, you go back in. Sometimes you need breaks if it's going to be a whole lot of fucking, because sometimes people might not tell you this, but people be taking drugs and shit before they have these threesomes so that they can be ready to go. People be taking Molly, they take X, they take them gas station pills, you know, all kind of stuff. So sometimes people be lasting for way too fucking long, and you're not going to be able to last. You're going to have to tap out, stretch, take a nap, I don't know, something. But try to split your time evenly. And I also think, like, it's usually easier when everybody's single. But if that's not the case and, like, you are fucking a couple, I think if you have a lot of boundaries, it's going to limit your threesome experience. Like,
if you have a lot of boundaries, I don't think a threesome is for you. Like, when people be like, I want to have a threesome, but I don't eat pussy. What you gonna do? Just what?
They don't want to do anything with you. Maybe they just want their pussy ate or whatever. But I won't say it's not for you. You just got to find the right people, because some people do want to do all of the work and they just want you to lay there. So it's just like I said, it's going to limit your experience, because that limits your pool of people who want a pillow princess. You just want to lay there and everybody work on you. Okay, but not a lot of people are going to want that. Some people do. It's just going to take more work for you to find that. I also think that it's a more enjoyable experience when you don't have to remember, like, oh, she said don't kiss her man, or she doesn't want to kiss you, but she'll eat your pussy. Like, stuff like that. I would imagine that's frustrating. Luckily, in my threesomes, that wasn't happening. There was no, even in the bad ones, there wasn't any like, oh, you can't do this. None of that. It was great. I'm trying to think of what my favorite one is.
During all of my threesomes, I was really like amazed at myself with how well I could please a woman. Like, I really feel like, well, not even feel like, know that the women that I have had threesomes with are just one-on-one situations with. I didn't, like, I be eating pussy like I was trained to do it. And it just makes me feel so good. Like, when you look at someone, because I don't suck dick like that. Like, I'll suck good dick, but it's not like, I'm not taking your soul. I'm not a soul snatcher in that way. Like, I can ride some really great dick. But if I eat your pussy, I'm like, whoa, I've practiced this my whole life. Like, on my hand, like, on a peach. Like, I just always wonder what it was.
You really practice?
I really did used to practice.
Oh,
with like fruits.
Well, yeah, you have been training.
Yeah, and I was ready when it stay ready so you don't got to get ready, and I was ready. Like, I wonder if any of the girls that I've had a threesome with, you know how you did the bonus episode with your crush? I wonder if any of the girls I've had a threesome with would do a bonus episode. And
you should ask them.
Oh
yeah, by the way, y'all, make sure you sign up on Patreon. It's patreon.com/cocktails. The last episode, I actually told 2 cocktails about the last, the guy from the last bonus episode. His name is Marcus Cromartie. Cute man, beautiful smile. But yeah, I've told 2 cocktails about him, so I put in the description. I wanted y'all to guess. Nobody knows. And then I thought about it. I was like, I don't think I really gave any clues, but I was just wondering how well do you guys listen? Because I said a few things, but it was like very small details. But yeah, I don't know. I think that I have had some girls where they told me in advance that they hadn't had a lot of experience. I prefer a more experienced woman and man. Because I didn't enjoy it so much. But I will say this, the women have always been really receptive to like criticism. And it's not like, oh, you're doing this wrong. It's just like, try this, and they just do it. And I don't understand why men have a harder time. I think women eat way better pussy. And I don't know if it's because we all have them, so we know what it feels like, or if we just care more. Because the men, sometimes I feel like they're just a little dog lapping up water. And I don't.
Yeah. And yeah, sometimes they just don't pay enough attention to the clit. They be all in the main hole, and it's like, that's nice to like get there a little bit, but okay, like,
that's not where the sensation really is. Go on up north, baby. What's going on?
Yeah.
Trying to go to the South Pole. I need you up north.
If you're having a threesome with a couple, do you care if her man comes in you, or should he come in her?
Okay. So
condom on or not? I'm not saying raw dog. I'm saying even with the condom on, should he finish?
Okay, with the condom on, I don't care. That's between them. Condom off, no. You can go over there, not in me. You not my man. The fuck, no. But it doesn't bother me.
And a threesome and y'all both get pregnant, like a little bit of his cum got in her and a little bit of it got in you, and y'all both having this nigga's baby.
We're not both having this nigga's baby. I'm having an appointment to handle it. I don't know what she gonna do, but no, that's not really my concern. But I'm trying to think, if it was me and one of my men, would I feel a way if he finishing her? I don't think so. I don't know. I'll have to try it out one day and report back. But I don't mind. But I get it how some people, they don't want that. So it's like, if that's your rule and that's a boundary you have, I can respect it, but just make sure he knows, because I'm not in charge of that. And sometimes the shit be feeling too good and the niggas can't stop. I've seen it happen too many times.
The way that my grip works, you just don't know when he gonna come. But
clink. Sorry.
I think the rule should be that he does need to finish in his girl, but I think if you really trying to show off, like, come at me, like, show me that it's real, show me that you really fuck with me, show me that y'all really want me here, show your girl that you really,
or you could just come on us. I prefer that. That's better. Put some on some titties. I don't need it inside of me, even with the condom. What that shit come off or something. What if there's a hole in there? That's unnecessary. Come on us, and that will be great.
I just bet men be feeling like kings when you are just having the perfect threesome. When you have two girls that are, you know, they're both open. There really aren't a lot of boundaries. Everyone's showing everyone attention. They like each other. They like you. When the man comes, it's just like, I bet he feels like a motherfucking king. Like, look at these two pretty bitches down here begging for my sperm.
Probably, because I be feeling like a queen in a threesome too when everybody's doing stuff to me. I just love it. It's just such a great experience. I'm reminiscing now. I'm going to have to send some friendly text out. Some old friends. Remember that time?
Do y'all remember that one
I
time?
have videos of some of them. Sometimes I just go back and watch.
Okay, last one before we move on to Indecisive Diane. Outside communication. I guess this would really
another
pertain
video.
to, like... You said what?
I said I just got another video from one of my friends. Go ahead.
Did you
what was
tell
the question?
her the topic for today?
No, I'm going to tell her later.
Does she be listening to the show?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to her.
She listens. She watches on YouTube. She'll be like,
how
I heard
do you
said
feel
you wanted
about...
a threesome.
Wait, say it again. Sorry.
She'll be like, I heard you said you wanted another threesome. Come over. And I'll be like, girl, not today. I'm busy.
Does she ever be like, you better not be giving my pussy away?
No. She likes to hear the stories. Did you get some dick today? She was like, I saw you were in Houston. Did you get some dick? No. Yes. What is it? Like, every time. And then, like, she thought I was somewhere else. And she was like, who are you fucking out there? I was like, girl, I don't know nobody out here. She was like, well, I got a home girl. She works here. I can link y'all up if you want to. And I'm like, okay, no.
Calm down.
Thanks, but no thanks. But that's a
Find my
good
own
friend because
sex.
she be having all the bitches, okay?
Well, that is amazing.
What were you going to ask, though?
Outside communication. How would you feel if, like
outside of the
guy,
sex?
Yeah, like he texts you on the side, like, hey, what you doing?
Like her husband?
Yeah.
Okay. That's another thing. Don't do it. I think that, or not with me. I don't feel comfortable. You can start a group chat. The group chats are fine. This same girl, we got a group chat, me, her, and her husband. And I like to communicate there. And she will sometimes tell him, like, it's cool, just text her by yourself. And she'll tell me, and I'll be like, no, girl, you know, I don't really like that. Everything we say can be right here. But that's me being cautious. But because I've known them for so long and she trusts me and she knows, like, I'm not about to try and do nothing shady, I guess she feels like it's okay. But I think it's a good rule of thumb. Do not do that. Do not hit up that
No
nigga.
outside communication. I totally agree.
You
I'm not
only
with
talk
it.
to the other woman.
Even if we're in the group chat and you are talking to me, I need everybody to see everything because you just never know when some shit change up. All of a sudden he do some sneaky shit. She looking at you like, well, y'all were texting on the side. Nope. Everything is in the group chat. If y'all are in a relationship.
And you will fuck up a good thing. Like, if everybody's cool with fucking and the threesomes can happen whenever, but then you go in and trying to do some sneaky shit. Somebody was telling me a story about this dude had him and his girlfriend had got this girl to come over. They all had a threesome. The girl that came over was the wife's friend or the girlfriend's friend, whatever she was to him. They all fell asleep. She could spend the night. He wanted some more pussy. She woke up. The friend wakes up. He wakes up. They end up fucking without her. He talk about, of course he says he thought it was cool because they had all just had sex. But this is the thing. It's cool for us to do this together. It's not cool for y'all to do it on your own.
Because now it's just like sneaky. And why, bro? Like, we're doing.
Why you couldn't wake me up? What if I didn't even want to have sex and I was going to let you have sex with her? I just wanted to watch. Because that's fine too. I don't always want to have sex, believe it or not.
Sometimes I'll be tired and I don't want to sweat my hair out. Like, it's not cool. We all saw what happened with Lou Will and his girls. And that was just, to me, that was like a horror. Like, you have your girl.
I don't know what happened with them. I just know he had the 2 girlfriends and then he had the one.
Yeah, and he left the one that was like high school sweetheart and then went back to her, got her pregnant again, and then went back to the, I mean, it was just supposed to be they were all together, and then he ended up leaving the high school sweetheart for the new girl that they were once really good friends, and he's with her, like, with her. They have a baby now. And I'm just like, could you imagine a threesome gone wrong? The love of your life, and y'all are open together to do this whole thing.
I wonder why they didn't work out. Like, what was the issue and why he wanted to just be with the other girl instead of having them both? But that's just me being nosy.
But I will say the other girl is really pretty. I'm not saying those were his reasons, but it just made it worse because she's so pretty. But I would be mad as shit. I would be mad as fuck. I gotta look at your kids every day. They look just like you. Okay. Oh let's dang, we didn't even get to sex is over. Do we have time?
Let's see. What are the questions? Well, let's just do what our perfect threesome is and then move on. Because I feel like we sprinkled in, like, throughout.
We kind of did. Like, you gotta go.
If you have a question, you can always write us for some advice at askcocktails@gmail.com. Okay, so what's your perfect threesome?
My perfect threesome is I'm out at a very nice bar. I'm sitting at the bar. There's a little rose next to me. I'm drinking a Tito's with soda and 4 limes. I have on a silky slip-like black dress, like to my calf. It's strapless. I look really pretty. Like, I've had a long day. I'm like, I'm gonna go out by myself, and somebody sends me a drink. And oh my God, I really want this to happen. The bartender's like, hey, someone, this is for you. And they're like, I'm like, who sent it? They're like, turn around. And I turn around, and it's this couple sitting at a table. And then I turn back around to the bartender, and they're like, well, he's like, they want you to join them. And I go over to their table. I join them. We have amazing conversation. We have a lot in common.
Get to the sex.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, I'm the type of person where I need to be wooed first.
I want to know how the threesome was. What happens during the sex
I'm painting the picture. So if y'all listening, close your eyes and motherfucking listen. So okay, we're at the table. We're laughing, Kiki, and we leave. And they're like, we have a truck. Why don't you just come back to our place with us? I go to their place with them. We get out. We go in. The wife pours me another drink. We get on the couch. I instantly get down on my knees and unbuckle her husband's pants, and I start sucking his dick. And the wife is just sitting there like looking at me. And then after I'm done, he's about to come, but he doesn't. And then she comes and she gets on her knees and she just starts sucking his dick. And then I pull his hair back and I start kissing him. I spit in his mouth. Like, it's like sloppy and nasty. And then she comes up and we're all three-way kissing, like just sloppy, nasty. I'm talking about like this slobber spit is falling out. And then we go up to the room and we make love. And I do spend the night with that one. I don't really like spending the night, but I spend the night on that one. And we have breakfast in the morning. We all have on white silk robes.
What do y'all have for breakfast? You just gonna leave that out?
I was thinking maybe some strawberries and French toast, a mimosa.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, my perfect threesome, all that shit is fun and cute. I need the dick and whatever else is coming with it. Okay. So I had a situation like this, but I would tweak some things. So I would want it to be a really attractive man. It doesn't have to be someone new. It can be the one I'm thinking of right now. A really attractive man, and I want him to find the other girl. Everybody in this thing needs to be single. I don't want no crazy shit, no jealousy happening, none of that. Everything needs to be cool. Now, I would like to touch down in this city and receive a text that's actually a video of them telling me that they're waiting for me and they need to be doing something sexual, whether the girl is telling me this or he's telling me this. Somebody needs to be getting their dick sucked, pussy ate, something. I want to see it in the video and I want to be on my way. I want to arrive and they're still fucking around or whatever. I would like for somebody to serve me a drink and run me a bath. Well, actually, I don't want a bath. I don't want a bath.
One of them, or there's like a servant there to help?
No, one of them. Oh. But I take that back. I don't want a bath. I want a shower because after the plane, I don't want to be soaking in that. Yeah. We can all get in the shower together. I want to have lots of kissing and touching, lots of body oils and bubbles and things just all over our bodies. And then I want to get out. I want to get massaged down. I think we should massage each other. We can all take turns doing it. And then we need to have amazing sex. Everybody needs to eat my pussy. Everybody needs to pull my hair. I would like to incorporate some sex toys. Maybe I can put like a vibrator on her clit or something while I eat her pussy. And then he can be fucking me and we can just all switch around. There's several porn links that I've shared with you and said people. And I need to be reenacting stuff. I would like some porn, some nice soft porn. Well, not soft porn, but some with a good lighting to be playing on a television in the bedroom or whatever room we're going to be fucking in. And we're spending the night and I would like to be woken up for like a quick morning session. And I just need coffee and I can be on my way after that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
want to record it so I can watch it later.
That sounds good. I think I might actually, that one time in my life, want to record some shit. Like if I get to have a luxurious threesome like I explained, like I would love for that to happen. That would just be, I think I would write a book after that. Yeah.
Well, you should plan it out. It's not like anything you said was outlandish. Those are things that you could have.
There are things that I could have, but it was all them making the move on me.
Maybe you have to kind of set it up and just do role play. So you can
like be like, okay, this is what y'all gonna do. Y'all
yeah.
Send me the drink over here.
Or you could just give them clues. If they know you, they might be able to pick up on some things. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And I'm getting mine.
Okay, guys. We are going to move on to Indecisive Diane. And when we come back, we will move on to advice.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey, ladies, it's me, Indecisive Diane. And boy, do I have a treat for you. There's a place. You can find it walking down the Beltline, or I'll give you the address at the end. It's called Ladybird Grove and Mess Hall. It's not messy at all, but it is campfire and lodge themed. The food is good, the atmosphere is good, and if you're single, you might want to go mingle. Here's the address, 684 John Wesley Dobbs. Bye, ladies.
Okay, so we are back from Indecisive Diane, and it is time for advice. Remember, if you would like to ask us a question, you can email us, askcocktails at gmail.com, and we will read it on the show. So, I have one pulled up, and she has a question for us. She says, "Hey, Kiki and Medina, I have a question regarding going out to eat into the bar alone. I know that's the best way to get men to approach you and just something fun to do in your spare time. What do you do when you're sitting at the bar alone? Like, what do you look at?" Advice I've heard says you're not supposed to be on your phone, but I also know you can't talk to the bartender the entire time either. What do you look at if not your phone and not gazing all around? What are you supposed to do with your hands? I've heard some say they bring a notepad. I've only gone out to eat alone to places where you get your food instantly, like a cava of Chipotle, but never sat anywhere at a bar alone. I'm 25 in a new city, and I don't have many people to go out with yet, but I also would like to get comfortable eating alone and like to meet a man in person. Any advice would be appreciated. Thanks, ladies. B.
I really appreciate that letter because that's real. That's sometimes even when I be on the train, I take the train to the airport a lot, and I'd be like, where should I look? That is because there's crazy ass people on the train, but I still be just wondering, where should I look? What should I do with my hands? When I'm out to eat, I've had that thought too. Where should I look? What should I do? A lot of times what I do when I go out to eat, and I'm by myself, if I know that I want to be bothered and I want to meet somebody and I'm open for that, I definitely will sit at the bar. Sit at the bar. Try to stay off of your phone. You don't have to stay off of it the whole time, but I look at people. I will dead look you in your eyes. And then if I lock eye contact with someone, whether it's a woman or a man for friendship or for romance, like we flirting or we're not, that opens room for conversation. Like, so maybe say something like, hey, like, have you been here before? What do you like on the menu? My name is Medina. What's your name? Are you here by yourself? Like, I will start like a conversation in that way. And it typically, with men or women, it works, especially if they're alone too. So it feels weird, but just make eye contact.
Yeah, and then when you're asking them questions, especially because you are new to the city, you can ask people little simple questions that seem corny, but it's really not. You can ask them, like, have you been here before? I'm trying to decide on something to eat. You can ask the bartender. You can ask the people there. And it's okay to talk to the bartender. You can't hog him because he does have to pay attention to other customers. But you might be surprised at how, like, long they may have been on their shift and nobody's really talking to them besides telling them that their drink is wrong, is it strong, whatever. Like, they like having conversations too. And you can talk to them about things like the menu, what there is to do, like let them know that you're new in town, like you're looking to meet new people, and just tell them what's really going on. As far as looking around, I look at people too. Or sometimes you go somewhere and there's a TV. That's an easy one. You can stare at the TV. Lots of places here have hookah. You can get a hookah, and that's gonna keep your hands up. Your drink. I don't know. I just wouldn't think about it too much, and you can just sit there. And it's okay to look a little bored. That may give somebody else the push that they need to speak to you and talk to you, or whatever. And you can look at a few things on your phone. I don't think you should be talking on your phone though, because that's gonna let people know you don't want to be bothered. So.
Yeah. Have you ever walked into a place by yourself and just acted like you were lost?
No.
Or like you...
Why would you do that?
I did that in Kebabland. I go to Kebabland by myself all the time. I walked over to Kebabland. It was so packed that it made me nervous because it was so... You ever go somewhere there's so many niggas? Like, it's so many men that you feel... I just felt nervous. I was like, it's so many men in here. Like, I don't know what to do. And I just felt nervous. So I was just walking around, like, and I was looking nervous. And the owner ended up coming up to me. And he was like, are you lost? And I was like, well, I'm not really lost, but I'm waiting on somebody, and I don't know, like, a good area to sit. I've been there so many times. I don't know how he hasn't seen me. And maybe he was just playing along. And I acted like I was waiting on somebody, but really I wasn't. But he sat me at a table with some men. And it ended up being really fun. They were fun. The conversation was great. They had hookahs already. It was a lot of fun. So maybe you could also walk in and just look lost, or say you're waiting on someone and you got stood up and really you didn't, and everyone would feel bad for you and be like, come over here, girl.
I'll buy you a drink. Yeah, because I just saw somebody maybe 2 weeks ago. I was out to eat, and the guy, he kept looking out the window. I could tell he was waiting on a date. He had gotten there early, checked in with the hostess, and I felt like he got stood up, and I was really about to say, do you want to come eat with me? But then his date got there.
Dang, was he
so well, but I felt bad for him. Like, and it wasn't even on like I want to flirt with him type stuff, but he just really looked like he got stood up. She was very late, you guys. Don't be that girl.
Don't be that girl. Do not be that girl. That's rude.
In.
People got things to do. Okay, next one. The subject line is entirely too long. It's like a positive message. She loves the show, loves listening to it, and enjoys it.
Thanks.
Okay. Hey, ladies. I absolutely love your show, and I look forward to new episodes every week, and I hope y'all read this because I need help. I don't want to make this too long, but I need some advice. So let me just jump straight into it. I'm 22 and my boyfriend is 24. We've been dating for 9 months and everything was great between us. No cheating, no breakups, just us together all the time. His whole family even loves me. And I'm the first girl he's ever brought home to meet the whole family. After about 4 months of us dating seriously, I suggested that we share passwords and locations just because I felt that we were at that point. But he declined, and every time I would ask, he would just always simply just say no. He didn't say it harsh or anything, just no. And I trust you, so you should trust me. Well, fuck that. I was curious the other day, so I took a peek in his phone while he went to pay for our food. I didn't find anything in his message, snap or anything, except his camera roll. Well, when I tell you I was shocked, he had multiple videos of him fucking girls from his past at different angles. Girls giving him head, girls shaking that ass while he beat his dick. All types of crazy shit. Like a lot of videos. And most of them were with white girls. Not that that matters, but I'm thick and brown skinned. And I'm apparently, from what I saw, not like his type. I confronted him about the videos and he said that he doesn't look at them and they're just in his phone from the past, but he still has not deleted them. And on top of that, he got mad at me telling me I invaded his privacy and that he cannot trust me anymore. Help! I don't know what I should do next because he didn't cheat or do anything wrong, but why does he still have the videos in his phone? Plus, now I feel a little awkward and kind of jealous after seeing him fucking other girls. And I don't know what my next step should be. Should I leave him since clearly he can't get over the past? Should I just make him delete the videos? Or should I just stay and chill out since the videos were from the past and he said he doesn't look at them? P.S. If it helps, we have amazing sex all the time and he always comes back for more. LOL.
Girl, he has the videos because he likes to watch them sometimes, and he doesn't want to tell you because it's going to hurt your feelings. Like, your feelings are hurt right now. You already want to go through his phone. You want to share a whole ass location. Girl, I would turn that shit onto my iPad if I was him, and I agreed to some bullshit like that. Just keep the iPad at the house, or you're going to be confused. Like, I thought you were home. Nah, I'm out. But, you know, he's looking at them. It doesn't mean that he's cheating. He could very well be cheating, but it doesn't mean that he is. And I will also say, like, sometimes I think that people like to look at certain things and maybe they fantasize about certain things, but it doesn't mean that they want it for their real life.
It's like porn. He's like just looking at his own little special edition of porn.
Yeah, maybe you should record some videos with him so he has something to look at of you. And I don't think you should press him to delete the videos, because if you do, I guarantee you, even if he says that he deleted them to appease you, they not really gone. And you're just, but if it's too much and it's like bothering you, you need to remove yourself from the situation altogether. You're young. You could get into another relationship, but you need to figure out why this is bothering you so much. They're old videos. It's not current. He has them in his phone. I don't think that y'all need to share passwords and locations.
I think that's excessive.
That's a lot.
And like, honestly, I do think this is like a you need to fix your crown, sis. It's something with you, because the whole, like, I'm not with the password sharing and locations. What? And we're not even married.
And people
we're just
be
dating.
cheating.
Yeah. Wait, you said he could be cheating?
I said people be cheating and they want to do it in peace. I'm sorry, but they do. And sometimes you just don't want somebody going through your shit. Like, think about text messages, how easily they could be misconstrued. If you go through his phone and you see something that looks like something else, in this particular instance, it really wasn't something else, and it's just a big old headache. What you going through the man's phone for? Are you trying to check on him to make sure he's not doing something he's not supposed to? And if you feel like you have to do that, is that really a relationship you want? Like, exactly. Do you want a child or do you want a man?
It's annoying. It is fucking annoying. Like, you're being annoying right now. Like, if you want this relationship to continue, I feel like you gotta just ease up off of that type of shit. And if he doesn't delete the videos, if he does delete the videos, it's his phone, bro. Like, it's his. And just like I say to niggas, if you want to go through my phone, are you paying this bill? I mean, what?
And even if you are.
I mean, well, if you are, it's kind of different. Like, but I'll just have to get a different phone that I pay that bill. But I think you're being annoying. And like maybe somebody cheated on you and you haven't gotten over it, but that's not fair. So like Kiki said, he could be cheating on you. He could. And we don't know you.
When people want to cheat, you can have all the passwords and everything, but if a person, man or woman, if a person wants to cheat, they will find a way.
They will
So
find a
you
way.
having a password, it's like living in a gated community. Bitches like me will figure out how to get through that gate if I need to. So it's just a false sense of security.
I feel like when you get to this point in your relationship, which I have been there before, when you start worrying about if somebody's cheating, nothing else even matters in the relationship. Y'all probably gonna stop having sex because it's annoying. Y'all are gonna stop liking each other, stop loving each other. You're just not even gonna want to be around him unless you're snooping, figuring out what he's doing. If you want to keep the relationship, stop.
Yeah. Or if you want to just cheat first, send us a cocktail about it. I'm just playing. That is not real advice. I'm just playing. I got too much sugar in me today. I'm going on a diet tomorrow. Jesus. All right. Now it is time for the cocktails.
If I want fuck, I'm gon' fuck 'em. But if he ain't got a buck, I won't cuff 'em. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Run a double D, so stuck. Back to the point. Is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably stick the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe, was a hoe, was a hoe.
If you have a cocktail and you would like to have us read it on the show, then you can send it to us cocktails@atl@gmail.com and maybe we'll read it. Probably read it. Things have been pretty dry over here. Do you have a cocktail?
I do. Not an OG cocktail. I might have one after.
The way your face just changed into 50 different emojis. I do. No, not an OG. Don't be asking me what happened. I have a cocktail.
You have a cocktail?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
I know.
You want to go first, sis?
I'll go. Okay, so you guys know I was so excited. I had my Zik appointment. Everything is set. I stayed in Texas longer, but I really did want to make sure that I saw my family. So in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm going to get the family shit out the way first. So I got the rest of the day because I also had plans with some girlfriends that night. So I was like, perfect. I don't need you for a long time. I just need you for a good time, right? So, what day was this? Saturday. Texting my friend. But when I was asking him, like, what time he wanted to come by my hotel, he took too long to respond. So he doesn't respond until the next day. So I talked to my dad and my sister. We were going to go to brunch. My dad was supposed to be coming from out of town. Anyway, long story short, my dad is like, yeah, I want to go look at some houses today and I need to eat. I'm starving. So we go to brunch. We went to Brennan's, which is a really nice restaurant out there. If you've never been, you should try it. So good. But we went to Brennan's for brunch, and then he's like, okay, I really want you to see this house I'm about to buy. Okay, cool. I did not know the house was 45 minutes outside of the city. So I'm looking at the clock like, hold on. We went to brunch at 2 o'clock. I made the reservation for 2 o'clock. The day is winding down. I have somewhere to be at 7 o'clock. So already at 2, I'm like, I got 5 hours. Well, we have brunch for 2 fucking hours. Now I got 3. And you're telling me we're driving in 45 minutes away? That's an hour and a half more of drive time. And then he was trying to take me to dinner. I'm sitting in there. My dad is showing me these houses and we're going through like the homes and he's trying to make a decision. First of all, I thought we were going to drive past a house, not go inside and look at a model home.
House. They got snacks.
Well, it wasn't an open house. It was a model home because it's like new construction. But I'm like, I didn't even know those places were fucking open on Sunday. It's late on a fucking Sunday. What the hell is going on? Do y'all know that this man started his process that day? So we sit in the office. And the man is like, okay, so I just have 16 documents for you to sign, and then I'll send you the link so that you can pay the earnest money. You have to use a debit card. And I said, oh, hell no. So I was like, I don't know what kind of shit my daddy is on, but the clock is ticking. I got shit to do today. I'm not missing my dick. I pull up Uber, and I said, now, how much is it going to be? $90? Okay, bet. Let's go. So I order the Uber to come and pick me up because I was going to have to leave him there. I don't know how long it takes to sign 16 documents to buy a fucking house. And then he's like, oh, I think you should be in on this with me. I don't have time to talk business. I am trying to get my back broke. Do you know it said 42 minutes for an Uber to get to me? No cars
you were really
available.
leaving your daddy? You was like, I'm getting an Uber.
Yes.
I gotta go. Did he ask you why and where you were going?
Well, I didn't leave. I didn't tell him anything. He's talking to the man. I was just going to tell him bye eventually. So it has this long time. It might not have said 42 minutes, but that's definitely what it felt like. It was very far. I was willing to take the Uber, but didn't work out. I ended up missing my dick appointment. So I got to fly back in 2 days. And that's my cock fail.
Well,
so I'm very upset right now.
Good luck to you and that man. Okay, this is a cocktail from a listener. Girl, the fuckery of dating. Tell me about it. Hey, ladies. I found the podcast this year and have been listening to all the episodes while at work. Y'all, this is about my last date I had, and it made me want to never date again. I know this might be long, but I'll do my best to keep it short and sweet. Basically, I had this guy on my Snapchat for mad long. Y'all, this is about my last... Oh, wait. And always thought he was cute, but we had never met. I decided to give him my number and set up a date. Red flag number 1, he said he tried to text me, but his messages weren't sending. So I look and he's blocked in my phone. Which is weird because I don't really remember blocking him or the reason behind it. Anyways, I go and unblock him and set up a date to go smoke and chill. I told him I just got off work and I just want to smoke and sit somewhere nice. I told him I didn't want to walk anywhere from being tired from work. Well, red flag number 2, he says he didn't drive that day because his brother took his car. This is now making me question going at all. Oh, I know that feeling when too many things are happening. You're just like, I'm about to cancel. We finally meet and he suggested that we go somewhere in the hills for a better view. And I told him there aren't many places up there that we can go without a car and without walking. He's not from my city, so I'm trying to tell him, but he insists and he calls a Lyft. Y'all, when I tell you this Lyft dropped us off at a random side of a hill and I looked at him like, oh, hell no. Red flag number 3. He proceeds to convince me to walk up the hill to find a spot to sit and half the hill is fucking gone from a landslide. So I'm upset. What? And at this point, I just want to sit down and smoke. As I sit down to prepare to smoke, he tried to grab my face and kiss me. At this point, I'm pissed and I want to leave. I go off on him for trying it. And he tells me, I thought you wanted to fuck. Y'all, when I tell you the Oakland just jumped out of me and I cussed his ass out and told him he needs to get a lift to take me home, he's saying it's going to take 15 minutes to get there. I look at my phone and it's on 8%, but I risk my phone dying. I call a lift for myself. And while he went to go smoke a cigarette, I left his ass on the hill. This was the worst date ever. Sorry for the long story, y'all, but no more dating for me for a while. Love you, Kiki and Medinah. Oh, girl, there was so many red flags, and I really don't understand why all of us, when we see that first red flag, why don't we just not go on the date? Be like,
because we'd be bored. That's what it is. You're bored. And you're like, let me just see what happens because I really don't want to go back home. At least that's what it always is for me. I'm bored. That's why.
And then that's when you really try to apply. You know, when people are like, don't always, don't live in fear and don't always think about the negative option first. That's when you really apply it. You'd be like, maybe it'll turn out good. Like, this is positivity. Mm-hmm. I'm meditating and manifesting. Mm-hmm. Now you on the side of the hill at the landslide.
I can't believe he did that, girl. Like, I would have had a fucking attitude. And you did right by leaving him. To go smoke a cigarette of all things. Oh, hell no. All right. Well, that's it this week, you guys. Thanks so much for listening. Please sign up on Patreon. New bonus episodes every week. We also did an extra bonus this week. It came out yesterday, where the dance class that we talked about. So you can watch that, learn some moves. And then our regular bonuses come out every Monday. So check it out. Follow us on Instagram at Cocktails Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
And I'm at Coffee Bean Dean.
And until next week, you guys. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.